Hi everyone, it's Cass. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really exciting video for you all. I have a little passport notebook here. Now this is in collaboration with the Angel Shop, and I have an Angel Shop passport notebook here. So I wanted to do a fun video just talking about some different spreads that I was brainstorming for this little baby passport notebook, because passport notebooks are pretty much going to be offered through so many different retailers next year. They've got passport planners, blank passport notebooks. So I brainstormed a few different layouts that I would like to share with you all, just some ideas for passport planners, passport notebooks. So if that is interesting to you, please stick around. Okay, so I have this little passport notebook housed inside my traveler's notebook, passport size. This is the dark brown. And I also ended up getting just like the zipper pocket that you can purchase from Traveler's Notebook. And in here, I just like kind of put some stickers on here, and I put a little sterling ink business card on the front just as a little decoration, but just to kind of give you an example of maybe a potential setup that you could use. The star of the show really is this baby passport notebook from the Angel Shop. Now I got this in the camel color, and it's essentially a half-year passport notebook. The Angel Shop came out with passport planners that you can get in a full size, and they also came out with a half-year notebook. So the notebook style planner is really like my my comfort zone, but I've never gone this small. I've gone as small as an A6 before, never a passport. So I really had to like kind of see if the layouts that I purposefully use, the layouts that I love, will it work in a passport notebook? And I'm happy to say that I found some options. So the first thing, obviously, got to do a cute little like splash page. That's what I always do. But I wanted to show you, I came up with 2 monthly spreads, I think maybe 4 or 5 weekly layouts, and then I wanted to show how I would use this as a daily planner. And once I'm done with this, if you're interested in seeing some more passport layouts, and you want someone to kind of give you some ideas, please let me know, because then I can include some more layouts in this little notebook. So I basically did a little mock-up of September. Now I did this month overview calendar. Let's see, this was more like a Wonderland 222 style, where it takes up a bulk of the page. And I left the sidebar open, but obviously I could have extended the sidebar if you wanted to do some tracking on there. But I'm someone that loves a little decoration. So I wanted to see if I could fit this month on 2 pages, and it looks so cute. The boxes are 5 by 5 squares, which I think that means it's like an inch by an inch. And it really does look like I could have enough room for like the highlights of the month. These particular stickers came from Mandy Lynn Plans. That was like part of her September freebies because I placed an order, and so I thought they looked really cute in here. Now this next layout, this is something that I have done for a long time. This is another monthly layout. For the passport size, I definitely had to split this to be a month on 2 pages. But in a B6 planner or an A5 planner, I would pretty much just do this view on 1 page. But that is just a list view for your month at a glance. Again, taking a look at the highlights, where I put the days on the side and then write out what my plans are for that particular month. And because I had such a big area here, then that was perfect for that sterling ink sticker to go right in that spot to showcase that this was my September layout. But I thought that turned out pretty cute. Maybe I could have done some more decor over here, but that at least gives me space to do some more planning on that side. This is a week on 2 pages, and I've taken the whole page and split it up into 4 boxes. And so I do the week this way: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So your weekend can be right down at the bottom for cute little weekend planning. That typically leaves this box open here, which I always put nice little decorations here. So these are, let's see, that's a Paper Minty Studios washi, and that is a sterling ink sticker. These stickers, I basically just like shopped my stash. This is a Mandy Lynn Plans font, that's her journaling font. And these date stickers were some old sterling ink date stickers that I had from last year's kits. I would say if I'm doing this kind of layout in a passport notebook, I would have to have a daily list section, because this just wouldn't be enough room for me to write down all of the things that I absolutely need to get done in the day. This is just like highlights of the week and not much else. And it would be the same in this spread as well. So I did another another week on 2 pages. This time I did more of a horizontal layout. These stickers here are from Paper Minty Studios, same thing with the date dots, and that's Paper Minty Studios washi. But anyways, I thought this was kind of like more your standard layout that you could do. But if I did a layout like this for my weeklies, I would have to do some type of daily planning to go along with this, because there's just not enough room for me to include everything. I think in this kind of layout though, and probably this one too, if you were someone who did like weather tracking, you have space to like maybe add an extra box for weather, if that's something that you like to include in your weekly layouts. I would think that this particular box, if you wanted to include space for a tracker there instead of decor, this kind of layout would give you the space for a tracker. Either you would have to turn the page this way, or you might only have to track like a weekly thing where you're doing kind of a line graph. It could go in that spot. And then this layout lends itself really nicely where I kind of have that washi tape laid down there. If you didn't want to add decoration, this is a perfect spot to do a tracker as well, if you like this type of micro layout. All right, so I had to figure out if I could do my beloved Wonderland 222 layout in the passport, and how would this look? So I was pretty surprised. It looks great. It looks great. So the Wonderland 222 layout has been the layout I've been using like pretty much all year. And so this includes a week, but stacked weekends. They're all vertical days, and then your weekends are stacked. I know that this year Wonderland 222 has come out with an unstacked weekend, but this was really, I wanted to see the traditional Wonderland 222 layout with the stacked weekends. And the Wonderland 222 layout also includes these boxes down here that you can use for a number of things. I personally use the bottom box as like my inbox. So I have like a header that's this week to do groceries and cleaning. So I can see at quick glance, again, what are some of the highlights I need to know about this particular week. These are Paper Minty Studio stickers as well. But one of the things I love about this particular layout, for a vertical weekly, this gave me a lot of space to write some to-do lists. This is how I end up using this stacked weekend layout, is I use the whole weekly spread for my daily to-do lists. And if I had this particular layout in a passport notebook, then I definitely don't think I would need daily pages to go along with this, because I could just put, let's say I didn't combine my work planner and my home planner and maybe just had this for work, then I could put all of like my work tasks on here. As this example layout kind of has, this is like work and home. So I've got personal appointments, I'm dog sitting, I'm ordering a prescription refill, trash day, but then I've got work tasks. And I think if I needed more space than this, I might just have this little passport be a work planner. And that would be very, very nice for a commute, because you could just throw this little guy into your work bag instead of, I currently have an A5, which has been feeling quite big lately. All right, now this is my second to last weekly layout, and that's because I wanted to see if I could fit whole week on 2 pages vertical layout that was more your traditional time tracking Hobonichi style layout. And I managed to do it. I managed to fit it. So for this particular Angel Shop Passport Planner, And I didn't order any other passport notebooks from other companies, so I don't know if their grids are going to be the same. But I feel like everybody's been going with this 5mm size grid, and it totally works because you can do, there's 20 grid spaces. I guess, what is this? The width of the page. And so you could do 4 days on 1 page vertical with 5 grid spaces. Does that make sense? And then so then on this side where I have the week starting, I only had to do 3, and I still had room for a little bit of decoration, and then put in my like times, like my time if I was going to do time tracking. But there's still space here for another sidebar if you had to do a tracker. And I forgot to say on this page, these bottom portions are really good for trackers, and that's usually what I see people doing in that Wonderland 222. But this sidebar option still exists in the passport. So you could have 4 equally sized columns on each page, have one as your sidebar, and then do your time tracking here. This did get a little tight. I wanted to see if I could do it. I could only have enough room for like a 12-hour window. So, of course, when you're coming down to a passport size, you really have to be economical with your space. You wouldn't have enough space for this type of 24-hour calendar the way that the Hobonichis are. But I think if you're like purposefully writing down what your time frame is going to be for 12 hours, you've got a lot of room to do that. If I was going to do a passport planner, I would not do a vertical layout though. I would, if I had to do a vertical layout, I'd do a stacked weekend just because that gave me a little bit more space. I could do 6 grid spaces, and I write a little bit bigger. I'm not a teeny tiny like my handwriting is just not teeny tiny, so that wouldn't work out for me. These stickers at the top, they were from Sterling Ink's Common Planner sticker pack. And then these date dots were some old Sterling Ink date dots that I got from a subscription kit last year. And then this was some Paper Minty Studio washi, if you want to know where the decoration is from. Okay. And then I did a Hobonichi Weeks horizontal week on 1 page layout. I just had to know, could it fit? And the answer is yes. 7 equally spaced days with 4 grids per day. And I just used the whole page. I know you can definitely like cut this in half if there's like more tracking that you want to do off the side, but a Hobonichi Weeks horizontal week on 1 page layout will totally work. And with this, I still don't think I would need a daily layout. And that's because I would purpose this page here that we traditionally get with a Hobonichi Weeks as just like a blank page. I like using the Esterbrook method from time to time. And so on this page, I would do like my more in-depth tasks, meetings, appointments, things that I need, because at the top I would write out the days of the week, and then I've got my signifiers that's like bullet journaling style. I've got my signifiers over here of like the days that it's due, and then I can migrate tasks forward or cancel them or complete them. And so I don't even think I would need a daily page in this layout either if I had my highlight over here and then I've got this Esterbrook list over here. You could even, here's something that I didn't try, is, let me take this pen, but if you split this thing in the middle and just did like your calendar right here, you would have a whole half of this page too to play around with meal trackers, workout trackers, water trackers. You could do anything on this side as well. You wouldn't need to take up the whole page the way that I just did. And you could definitely have more space on this passport layout for other kinds of things. And then my final, this was just a day per page. I just wanted to see what that would look like. And of course, you can play around with it as however you would like. You could even start your Tuesday right there. I just wanted to like show what I would do if I was going to do a day per page. I probably wouldn't add Tuesday right here. I think I would just like to have 1 whole day dedicated to Monday, 1 whole day dedicated to Tuesday. And if I was doing the first 2 weekly layouts, if I was doing this layout and if I was doing this layout, then I would definitely have a day per page kind of in the back, or maybe following those weekly layouts. So that way I just had enough space to like write out my checklists for the day. And then I didn't have anything after that. So I've still got plenty of room in this notebook to be able to play with it and to play with whatever layouts. So like I said at the beginning of this video, if there are some spreads that you want to see and kind of have me test out for you and see what that would look like in a passport size notebook before planner season begins for 2024, please let me know any suggestions that you might have in the comment section below. But I really wanted to use this video as just a time to be able to give you some inspiration and help you on your 2024 planner journeys. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Please go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. All of those wonderful things will help me out in the YouTube algorithm, as I'm sure you all know. And that essentially just means it's going to help my channel to grow, and I appreciate all of you for doing those wonderful things. Otherwise, you know how these videos end. I'll talk to you later. Bye!